Welcome to Mind Map. Today's session is going to be on the lag in language and sense. This lag is responsible for embarrassment and the lack of sense as well. This becomes responsible for embarrassment in speech. The lag in language and sense. But if there is best synchronization between the two, if there is no lag and if the sense is very much clear, your speech is going to be unwavering. Definitely your speech is going to be unwavering. The lag in language, look, one thing is clear. If we talk about autism, it is genuine. It is bound to happen there. The lag is, bound to happen if there is autism. But generally speaking, the lag in language, there are so many factors responsible for this. The first is the belief system. It is rightly said that the way you think is the way you emote. Such is your outlet. Such is your, the way you vent the thoughts, the way you think. The lag in the language is generally because of belief system and scarcity of words, or you can say the dearth of words at right moment, at right time. The first and foremost factor, which I presume, is the nervous hysteria. Whenever we are speaking or whenever we are supposed to deliver a speech, 70 to 80% speech gets destroyed by this nervous hysteria, by this mental hysteria. And then there is belief system. What is this belief system? That my speech is not going to be good. My speech is not going to be accurate. So before delivering a lecture, before delivering a speech, any speech, before making any communication, we start giving heed to this, imaginary hysteria, that imaginary monster in our mind. This is not going to be good. The speech is not going to be good. So this reflects that, that we are lacking the sense. We are not able to understand the plot which we are going to communicate. Your communication or, our communication, it can be good. It can be healthy. It can be very sublime. If there is no such hysteria, which is, an imaginary set of beliefs, so what is mandatory and what is onus to us? What is our responsibility? That the thing which we want to communicate, which we want to transmit, it should be having some layout. First of all, the layout is very important there in your mental pattern. There should be a pattern first of all, a pattern of sense first of all, that what we are going to communicate, what we are going to transmit. Otherwise, it is very, it is bound to happen. The obstructions are bound to happen in the speech. It is the fear factor in the mind. It is we try to make our thoughts to be very absurd before delivering any speech. We ourselves try to make it absurd. So imagine what the condition will be if there is absurdity in our mind before delivering a thought. One of the biggest tragedy is that we accentuate these, these fears, these beliefs, rather trying to make the speech meticulous. No, we try to accentuate these things. Mental hysteria, absurdity, trying to create, imaginary tantrum in the mind. So this is definitely going to, deteriorate any speech. This is definitely going to curb the flow of the speech. The speech is not going to be unwavering. The lag in the language is not because of, that we say the lack of knowledge. No. Speech is ingenuity. It is skill. It is skill. It is not, you cannot say the lack of knowledge. It is a skill. It is ingenuity. And how fast your mind works. How fast your mental pattern calculates the thing. Confidence is one of the important things. You can even lie if there is confidence. Nobody is going to, caught you. Nobody is going to catch you. If your mental pattern, if your mental algorithm is in a sublime state, you can even, beautifully present the obscure things. But if the mental pattern and the mental sense and the words are very, very much visible and clear on your mental screen, speaking is a skill. It is a technique. It is actually how fast your mind works, how your ingenuity works. If we keep these things aside, like the hysteria, the mental nervousness, and one of the biggest factors is that we try to disparage ourselves. Yes, we try to disparage. We try to disparage our talent. We start announcing that it is not going to be good. I am not going to be good. This negative traits, get slip into subconscious mind, and then there creates a lot of commotion in your mind. And when there is commotion in your mind, definitely not a simple speech is going to be smooth. So what is the genesis for this? What is the genesis for lag free speech? What is the genesis for lag free speech? It is to be, you should be internally very happy. Not to heed the things, not to heed the secondary things. Try to accentuate that how much grab you are having on your sense, the sense which is related to speech. If the sense pattern is very much clear, the speech is definitely going to be clear. I would like to remind you that I am not talking about the autism here. That is a disorder. We are not talking about that. But we are talking about the autism which we, create by our own self at the time of speech, at the time of any communication. Your positive confidence is, a thing which gives you meticulous ways, which gives you way to, how to make your speech sublime and beautiful. Suppose if you are having the content, you know what to speak, you are fully loaded with everything, but side by side you are giving heed to your hysteria. You are giving heed to hysteria. You are giving heed to that what people will, you know, uh, what what people will judge, how people are going to judge me. No, these are the things which makes your mind so much weary. This is going to make your mind very tired, and this is going to make your speech even ludicrous, nonsense. We never accentuate these things, whenever we make speech. Unknowingly we give heed to the mental tantrums, unknowingly we give heed to the commotion, unknowingly we give heed to the judgment of the people which is yet to come. And then definitely the speech is going to be, distorted. It will definitely get, demolished. And there will be a lot of obstruction in your way. And then what happens? You start making the things obfuscate, very complex to the audience. And due to this, the monotony gets great. There remains no interest. The best way, that is not to heed such things. Be happy at the moment of communication. Try to be happy internally. Make your each atom to feel that you are happy. And this is going to subdue your fear. Definitely this is going to subdue your fear. If each your atom is going to feel that you are internally happy, and its byproduct will be confidence. And this confidence will definitely make your speech much soothing to the audience. And this is definitely going to avert the absurdity in your speech. This is going to give you a lot of, confidence. Speaking is a skill. It is rightly said that a slip of tongue can create an enemy where we hope to win a friend. So, the words are having power. You should be having much good vocabulary. You should be having much good words. The words having gravity. Good words, good vocabulary, advanced vocabulary. And this vocabulary is automatically going to, make your speech very brilliant, very attractive, very sublime, to what we call, the aphoristic style. So we should be meticulous about this, that how much good words you are able to see on your mental screen, that how much good vocabulary you are having, and the good much, and the sense. A sense which is free of commotion, a sense which is sequenced, a sense which is unwavering, and a sense which is conscious. Actually, we lack the conscious sense. When we lack the conscious sense, the things, definitely go ludicrous, uninteresting. And your theme, your speech, it gets to be obfuscated. So we should have to accentuate these things. Like good vocabulary on your mental screen, simultaneously a good sense, a patterned sense. There must be a pattern. It is not grammar. It is a set of sense. It is a set of pattern which makes you to procure the place, which makes you to communicate best. It is not grammar, no. It is the pattern of sense and the words. I have told you already that The words are having the power. It is, words which joins two person in the form of marriage. It is words, which at the time of divorce separates two person. Words are having power. And sense the amalgamation of these two things with confidence, this is definitely going to make your speech wonderful. I told you, even your obscure idea, even your obscure thing would be, much better. But unfortunately, we people, we gets to be worried about the usage of grammar. We are not having the sense in our mind what we are going to speak, what we are going to communicate, but we pay a lot of hate to the grammar first, we pay a lot of hate to the auxiliary verb first. We are not able